Hi guys. Okay, just trying to get the angle correct. There we go. I am doing my Twin Tuesday with Maci. We are twinning with cousin Maisie this week. I know my video's late. It's always one of us is like super late. And honestly, I planned on getting this done last night and I ended up going to bed early. Like, if you know me, I usually stay up late, but yesterday I was just exhausted all day, and then last night, my husband, usually he watches TV in our bedroom, and he was watching TV in the living room, so I started watching TV in the bedroom, so I'm laying in bed watching TV, and I just got more tired. And so I usually stay up till like 1, 2 in the morning. And last night I was in bed at 10. Actually, I was in bed at around 8 when my kids went to bed. I went to sleep probably around 10. And then I got up this morning and I planned on sleeping in, and that did not happen either. So I've been up all day and just getting stuff done, so I just didn't have time to get my Twin Tuesday video with Maci done yet. So I sold an X-stick on eBay yesterday, and it was a little frustrating. The X-stick sold sometime after 10 o'clock last night, and like I said, I was in bed, and the buyer messages me at 1:30 in the morning asking why I hadn't shipped it yet. So I didn't obviously get the message till I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, because normal people are sleeping when you did this. 1, 2, I mean, I can print off the shipping label and get it packaged up to ship, but it ain't going anywhere till tomorrow anyways. So just to kind of get the buyer off my back, I woke up, saw the message, and kind of rolled my eyes, and then I went and got it ready to ship. And you know, because of that message, it just put me a little on edge about the sale, and I don't want the buyer to claim that they didn't get what they ordered, that it was damaged or whatever. So I ended up making a video of myself packing it. The item was in a flat rate envelope, so I was able to print the label for it prior to doing the video. So I already had the label on the envelope, and I showed in the auction, I showed what time it was and everything like that. That, like, packaging it up. And I mean, this is just kind of a tip for people that buy or sell, even if it's not on eBay. Personally, when I sell higher dollar items, which the X-stick sold for almost $200, I typically video myself packing the item. I think I touched on this in my Macari video, but like, say for instance, I'm not selling Maci, but say for instance I was selling Maci. What I would do is I would strip Maci down, I would take the onesie off, I'd take the diaper off, she would be naked. And I would start with like a video of the front of her naked, flip her over, a video of her back naked, and then I would come up to her face, get close-ups of her face, get close-ups of her hair, and then I would go, like if it was an eBay auction, however she got sold, I would go to the eBay auction, or if it was like I sold her privately, I'd go to the private messages and pull up the private messages of the conversation and read the conversation. But if it's an eBay transaction, I typically will go to the listing, and I will read the title of the listing as I'm showing it. I didn't realize I can bend her leg back. I think this is the leg that won't turn because the tie got too tight. I go to the eBay auction, I read what is included in the listing, I read the title, I read how much it sold for, the full description of it, and then I go to like the page, the buyer's detail page, so then there it'll show the buyer's name, the shipping address, and all that kind of stuff. And I thoroughly go over it. Then I start with the packing process. And when I'm reading the description, I'm reading through everything that comes with her that's listed in her listing. So, say for instance, it was this outfit, and I've listed it as Zutano shirt, Gimbalry overalls, or dungarees. I will, okay, here is the Zutano shirt, here is the dungarees. I show everything as I'm reading it, or I read everything off, and then as I'm packing it up and putting it in the box, I show it and I rename everything. And I'm very thorough with it. I would show myself packing her up, as in most sellers that sell Reborns actually put diapers over their head to protect their faces and shipping from rubbing. With the hair, some of them will put like a hat on the head to protect the hair, and then they'll put a diaper over her face and her hair to kind of keep everything protected. So I'd show myself doing that. And then I'd show myself packing everything in the box, putting her in bubble wrap, putting her back in her outfit, whichever outfit she's coming home in. And a lot of times, guys, I layer outfits for the dolls that I sell. Typically, I don't sell Reborns. I only have 2. But like when I sell my Real Cares, I put them in layers because I personally feel like putting them in layers is actually adding protection to their body itself. It's saving room within the box because, you know, packing like this outfit would sit like this, but now if I put it on top of her, it doesn't take up as much room in the shipping box, plus it's another layer of protection on her. I usually try to start with like socks and hand mitts, and then I'll put like a sleeper on top of that, and then I'll put an outfit or 2 on top of that. So like the Real Care 3 that I'm selling, when she gets shipped, she'll have both of her diapers on her already, so the buyer can't say, oh, you only sent 1 diaper. Well, no, both diapers are actually on her. And I show myself putting both diapers on her. I'll put her Real Care 3 onesie on her. I will put her Real Care sleeper on her. And then I will put the 2-piece outfit on top of that, and then I will put the cold weather bunting on top of that. So all the Real Care clothes will be on her. So say for instance the box, for whatever reason, something happens to the box in shipping, pretty much, and then in her bunting, I'm honestly contemplating putting like on the back, under her onesie, the car seat clip, or between a layer so that the ink doesn't rub off, but like between the onesie layer and the sleeper layer, I'm thinking of putting the car seat clip in there, because really if something happens to the box and stuff is missing or damaged, but the doll is okay, I can always replace the charger, I can always replace the bottle, I can always replace the pacifier. But the sleeper, the onesie, the diapers, the outfit, the car seat clip, like those are things that are going to be hard to replace. So say for instance, for whatever reason it gets damaged in shipping, the buyer decides, even though she's going to be shipped, full insurance, the buyer decides, you know what, the doll itself works, I'm going to go ahead and keep the doll, you know, how can we work this out? I mean, obviously if it gets damaged in shipping, it's on the postal service and not me, but I can easily like go to the postal service and say, hey, you know, I fully insured it, you damaged it, the buyer wants to keep the doll, but is there a way that you can reimburse me for these pieces? And like the main pieces will be that won't be with her are the sleeper, not the sleeper, the charger. Basically, I want to put with her all the main components in the bunting with her, so it'll all be there. But I try to be thorough with my shipping when it's anything over $150. I just do that as protection for myself. I've heard way too many horror stories out there. And like I've had that horror story about Maci. I mean, granted, even if I filmed myself packing that car seat cover, it wouldn't have mattered because I've seen other people comment that they had the exact same issue with Maci that I did. That the buyer damaged the item, claimed that it came damaged, and then upon getting the item returned, it was damaged, and it was clear that it wasn't like shipping damage. Because in my opinion, like I know eBay has done this too, because I've received an item from eBay that did get damaged in shipping. And I contacted the seller right away, and the seller had insured it, and so between the seller and I, we just had to go to the post office and take the necessary steps for insurance. The seller, I think, initiated the insurance claim, and the seller initiated it, and then I just took the item to my local post office and returned the item to them. So the item gets returned to the post office, because typically when you do an insurance claim through the post office, they don't allow you to keep the item and get the insurance, because there was too much fraud going on where somebody would get, say for instance, a real care, say it was damaged in shipping, and the post office would just say, okay, keep it, we don't know what to do with it, you keep it, here's your money back. Well, it turned out that the doll worked perfectly fine. The box may have been damaged, but the doll was fine. So now the person has their money back, plus they have the doll. So they now require you to return your items if you're filing an insurance claim. And what they typically do is, depending upon how it is, like if it's the doll, you're claiming that it's the electronics are broken. Some items, like a broken cookie jar, they're just going to toss the cookie jar. But like in the case if somebody comes and claims that like a real care doll is, they actually have auctions at places where they have items that are either unclaimed items, so it's something that was shipped to my house. There's no return address on it, or for whatever reason, it's something I need to go to the post office and pick up, and I never go pick it up, and the seller or the shipper has marked do not return. Or in some cases, somebody sends an item to me, I don't want it, I don't open it, I click return to sender, and the sender doesn't, or rejects the return. In those cases, those go into unclaimed areas, and from what I've been told, in like larger cities, that occasionally Postal Service will have certain auctions, and we'll just have these lots and auction these lots off. Kind of like the airlines with lost luggage. The airline's already paid you for the item, so whatever the airline does with it, once they find your luggage, it's up to you, or it's up to them. So kind of similar thing. But in the Maci case, videotaping me packing that up wouldn't have done any good, because Maci obviously could give two craps about the seller. But on eBay, you know, eBay wants the buyer and seller to work it out first, and then if the buyer and seller don't work it out together, then eBay will step in. And eBay will look at the chat between the buyer and seller. So say for instance, I got these shoes on eBay, and they say they're brand new in package, and I get them, and like you can clearly see that the leather is cracking and such. So these are obviously not brand new in package. I can go on eBay and comment to the seller, hey, received the item, but you stated it's brand new in package, and the leather, they're clearly not brand new in package, they're used, the leather is cracking and peeling away. Actually, I think these are patent leather. But I would like my money back. And the seller doesn't respond, I can have eBay step in, and typically if the seller does not respond, eBay will automatically credit to me. If the seller and I go back and forth, they're like, no, they're brand new, you did something to them. And we clearly can't come to an agreement between the two of us. After a certain amount of time, once again, eBay can step in. And eBay will take various things into consideration. So like, I can contact eBay with the pictures of exactly what it looks like with the cracking and the missing pieces. And then eBay will make a decision based on that. So for me, like with that, when eBay is making, when you ask eBay to step in, you can submit more proof. So in that case, that's when I would pull out, okay, buyer states that I sent them a damaged item. Well, here's a video of the doll working, here's everything that came with the doll, here's me packing the doll up. And as you can see, my friend Keisha, who's my postal carrier, she picks up a lot of my packages, but more expensive packages I honestly take to the post office myself. So in the case of if a Real Care doll sells at midnight, I know my post office doesn't open up till 9 a.m. So I won't even start packing the doll up till close to the time the post office actually opens. And so I'll pack it up, I'll show the timestamp, I'll be like, okay, it's 8:30 a.m. and here's the date. So then when I end the video, I will say, I will once again then show the time. Okay, now it's 9. It took me a half hour to do the video, so now it's 9:21. Well, that's more than a half hour. Well, I said 9:58, so it's 9:32. This is what time it is. Once again, here's the date. I'm going to go drop it off at the post office. After this, it'll take me about 5 to 10 minutes to get to the post office, and depends upon how long I need to wait in line there. So by 10 o'clock, this package should be shipped. So then I can go back and then say, if you look at the tracking, you can see that the item was received by the post office within a certain time frame. So that's just me to cover my own butt. So anyways, and I'm kind of rambling on about that. So that's just kind of my ideas of like with shipping and everything, and kind of tips for everyone. So I've got Maci here, and she, like I said, she's twinning with cousin Maizie. They are in these super cute Carter's pajamas. They are the zipper ones. I love these ones. I wish they had them when my kids were babies. They either zip down or they zip up for diaper changes at night. They are purple and white checked. They have got around the sleeves, or the wrists, the ankles, and the neckline, this print that is pink, purple, aqua, kind of a mint and yellow flowers. And then there's a cute little bunny on the chest, and the bunny's ears have the same pattern as the sleeves, the ankles, and the neck. The bunny itself, its face is an applique in gray. Has 2 little pink cheeks, 2 little dark gray whiskers on each side, a dark gray heart for a nose, and then its muzzle is white. And I paired it with some white socks because it is a footless sleeper. It's kind of getting cold here, but not super cold here. Not for most people's standards, but for Texas standards it is. And then I just put her gray headband back in her hair because it looked really cute with it. And it matches kind of the gray. I didn't have much to match this. She doesn't have many headbands still. And I've got this Playtex pacifier. It doesn't really match. It's an orange pacifier. The shield is orange. And the button has a little green frog with a crown on it. Some yellow, orange, and green flowers. I think those are flowers. or a little starburst. I don't know, their flowers are starburst. And the frog is sitting on a lily pad with a little blue bandana around his neck. And there's this cute little orange and yellow bee with blue wings sitting off to the side. I know it doesn't match her pajamas. I had bought a set of Playtex bottles for my eBay store. And I was initially going to use these pacifiers for my eBay store. And there was a set of 2 pacifiers, and I could not resist this one because it has the little bee on it. And I can't remember what's on the other pacifier, but I'm going to make that one a magnet for Sean. This one I just cut off the nipple for Maci because Maci does not have a magnet in her. We just use it modified. So it kind of pops open, so I kind of have to finagle it around her tongue, and it'll slide in, and then it'll kind of pop back open, so then it stays in her mouth when she sits up. And I'm sorry guys, I know it's bad lighting in here. I'm having to film in my bedroom. I have finally invested in a ring light, so hopefully if I have to do videos in here some more, I have my ring light. I can use my ring light anywhere in the house because I got like a smaller one. Well, the ring light itself is not small, but it has a stand and everything because the lighting in this place sucks. I'm gonna be straight. My bedroom has literally 1 window. Well, each of the bedrooms only have 1 tiny window. A living room has 2 tiny windows, and literally that's the only windows in this whole house. So it's kind of a dark dungeon-y type house. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see everyone later. Bye!